chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
You're shaking your head over there. Getting into the music, are you?
Yeah, why not?
Well, we should be live right now. And if you guys are familiar with the program, this is episode 9. That guy right there is not Bob. Who is that guy, Stephen Pritchard, over there?
It's Stephen Pritchard. You betcha. Stephen Pritchard been here all this season. A couple weeks from last season too, I guess, and it's been home for a while now. It's been lots of fun. So here to help out in Bob's absence and watch a good race.
Thank you very much, Stephen. That's an awesome introduction. Everybody's going to be enjoying your company here for sure in your commentary. There's a lot of things that we have to discuss today on this episode of the Action Racing Series Watch Party. A lot of things that happened this week. About Bob, he's okay. You don't have to worry about him. He just had some things going on at the house that need to be taken care of. Taking out some friends to dinner. But thanks a lot, Stephen, for showing up and helping out.
Yeah, my pleasure. Well, I'm sure Bob will get his priorities straight again soon, but we'll help out while he's gone.
Yeah, right. That's his priorities need to be straightened out. That's for sure. But anyway, we're glad to have you here. Stephen, he drives the car 67 out there on the track. You're going to see he's a superstar of the series.
Let's not get too carried away, but
no, it's true. He's definitely a force out there on the track. With all these guys, especially. Before we get into the watch party, I did want to mention that I've got a link to the merchandise store down there in case there's something in there that you want to pick up. That helps us out a great deal, and it also helps you keep the memories alive, the friends that you met here, and every time you grab that cup of coffee with that Action Racing Series up there, you can always remember back when Action Racing Series was alive and well, and the friends that you've met and you were out there racing with. There's no telling how long we'll be here, so it's just something that it's that moment in time, you know. That's the important part. Is
you betcha.
Yeah, the friends that you met out here. Oh well. What we need to do is we need to talk about Monday nights. What do you think about Monday nights at the Action Racing Series, Stephen?
Oh, Monday nights are, they're a blast. They're all over the place. That road racing it's good. It's a different crowd. It's all the same, vast majority of the same guys, but it's a blast. A lot of bumper to bumper and a lot of trying to keep focus.
Yeah, I've got this light that's shining over here on the side of my face right now. But it's I'm not a road racer, but I enjoy my time out there. I enjoy being out there with you guys. The right turns always seem to throw me off, so I would much rather be on an oval. But yeah, it's a fun time for sure. And this Monday, we were at Watkins Glen. So
you betcha.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who are familiar with the NASCAR Racing Series, and they're familiar with Watkins Glen because they race there every year. And tell you what, you really can't appreciate that track until you've been running it on this, on this simulation that we have here, this iRacing. It really does. It really does turn up the appreciation level.
Yep. Yeah, you quickly learn it's quick. It can be abusive on your tires if you're not careful, and yeah, it also lends itself to some pretty good racing. So
yeah, and at
is that guy backwards?
Watkins Glen. Yeah, at Watkins Glen, we had a 4-time winner. 4 times. This is 4 in a row. John Master Bates up there, and yeah, you're right. He is backwards. Do you remember this race on Monday night, Stephen? Because
yeah,
let me tell you,
yeah,
this guy was not a slow poke out there on the track. He came in. He was third in this Watkins Glen race. Third. He actually made it to the podium, and he ended up going past the winner, John Bates, as he's crossing that line backwards. It was a good race.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a shock coming around the last corner there, I think, for everyone that wasn't in that very top end. All of a sudden you see some headlights pointed at you, and yeah, that's not exactly what you expect to see.
Let's go ahead and go down there to the replay, and we can start trying to understand what exactly happened during that race. Let me see if I can get this all set up real quick. We don't want the end. We want the beginning of the replay and the track pick. I think we got everything there. Let's see if we can get the replay started for us. There we go. It's going down there, and if you want to be a part of this action, we had 12 cars on the track for this.
Yeah, what a turnout!
It was a great turnout indeed. But if you want to be a part of the action, then just go to iRacing, and of course look up Action Racing Series in the leagues part of iRacing, the UI, and apply. Take a look at those. Who's that back there flashing their lights? It's crazy.
I don't know. There's a few guys there that seem to be a little trigger happy on the lights once in a while. I don't know what's going on.
Is there a disco going on? What the hell? But yeah, look up Action Racing Series. You can be part of the action. We'll be glad to wave you through and give you a link to the Discord server so that you're able to talk to us while we're out there on the track racing and having a good time with this. We'd love to have you out there.
Yeah, we're not about needing to have a 5,000 I rating or a Class A license. It's a heart for the racetrack, and arguably a little bit of a heavy foot sometimes. We're out here for fun, and sometimes it's some banging doors, and sometimes it's out there on the track by yourself. But yeah, we're there for a good time.
Absolutely. While they're doing this pace lap and getting a look at the track at Watkins Glen, during practice, I was doing some in-car ride-alongs and interviewing some of the drivers. Why don't we pop those up, and you can listen to the interviews during practice, while you also can watch the pace lap. All right, we're in the car with Bob Wild Thing Williams. Nice looking buck
for you to be riding with me.
Well, I'm gonna hold on to this bar right here, that's for sure. Oh my god. Hey, you need to tighten up those belts. Those are a little loose, man.
Who needs belts?
Right? You're not gonna hit anything, right?
Well, I don't know. You got yours on good and tight?
I got mine on good and tight for sure. But what is all this crap in the floorboard?
That's my chewing gum wrappers.
That looks like a flux capacitor down there.
There ain't no telling what they might find in this thing.
Send everybody back to the future. Who's behind us here? Nobody? All right. So, is there a race strategy that you want to share with the world? Everybody can hear you because this is an open channel.
It's go fast, turn left. Go fast, turn right.
Okay. We might be able to handle that, man. I don't know. Maybe there's other people with the same kind of strategy. Looks like you got it handled, though. This track is nothing new to you.
I've made a few laps around here. It's just trying to get a little practice time in.
Good. Yeah, that's what we're doing here right now is we're doing some practice laps, making sure everything's good. It's a good crowd out there for the practice. I'm sure it's going to fill up by the time race gets here. But, yeah. I'm
Glad
going
to have you riding along. I know you're a pretty brave fellow to ride with me anyway.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little scared here. I think I'm going to cut this feed right here, and I'm going to go see who else I can bother. Okay, Bob?
All right. Have a good evening.
Thanks for having me along. See ya.
Yes, sir.
And that was the in-car interview with Bob Wild Thing Williams. We had a little chit-chat back and forth, and if you were watching the replay, you saw it on the green flag when that fell. Bob was involved in a little skirmish on the first lap. John Bates and Aaron Linsky, they all got together there in the first lap, and it ended up being a spin. But yeah, Bob, he was fun to interview. There was another interview that took place during that practice, and that was Aaron Linsky. And we've got a little bit of that here too. He didn't have quite as much to say, I'm afraid. He was trying to stay focused, but I think I was bothering him. Here's that interview. Now we're in here with Aaron Linsky, another road race aficionado. Whoa, what happened? We blinked out for a second there. Whew. So, how long you been doing this road racing, Aaron?
You mean sim racing?
In Sims, yeah.
A year, I think, now.
A year? This guy right here is always one of the fastest ones out there on the track whenever we're doing these. Who's out there in front of us here? Oh, I think you're going to catch him.
Maybe.
So,
I don't know.
So do you have a race strategy that you're willing to share with the world?
Don't wreck. Press the pedal on the right.
Don't wreck.
General consensus.
All right. Nice. This here is, we call this the bus stop, right? That we just came out of?
It's a difficult corner because if you hit curb wrong, you might get sent into do what this guy's doing right here.
Yeah, you don't want that. All right. Well, I'm not going to mess you up anymore. I'd have you spinning around here. Looks like you got a handle on this
right now.
Yeah. Looks like you got a handle on this. Thanks for having me inside your car for a moment.
Yeah, of course.
We'll try to make sure that this is on the broadcast on Friday. See ya. And what an amazing race. And you see, here you'll see the end of the race, and you'll see Marcus Alexander and John Bates going for the win, and they ran out of real estate, and there goes Stephen Pritchard.
That was my fault.
Zipping right on by him.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, they had to do it in style. It was just a moment there. They had to show some skill, and hey, look, guys, I can do this backwards.
I can do it backwards, exactly. Yep. And I think I have some footage of some slow motion coming up here, where you can actually see what actually transpired that got them backwards. It all happened pretty quick there. Here we go. It's rewinding it now. Let's go back. Let's go back. And Marcus Alexander is just a phenomenal driver. Him, Aaron Linsky, they all are really, really fast. Watch this. This is where I put it in slow motion and we actually get to see what happens. It looks like to me Marcus is trying to go on the inside, and John wasn't having it. So Marcus ends up having to either go ahead and go into the grass or keep going straight. It's all of a sudden they are around.
Yeah, I think everyone that was back a few corners too could hear them on the radios saying, it's like, oh, what happened there? And oh, no big deal, no big deal. It was just one of those things, right? They were both pushing real hard for the finish, and yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, what a finish. It was a great race.
Yeah, great finish. Congratulations again to John Bates. It seems like every week we are congratulating John Bates for that Monday night racing, as close as it is.
Yeah, he's quick. There's not a whole lot we can do. We're all doing our best to try and catch up a little bit and give him a challenge at least. And Marcus came out. He's put in a couple races with us, I think. And he was right rapid and pushed him right till the end. But still got John there at the top, and yeah, it was a good race.
4 in a row.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's going to be hard. John doesn't race with us every week because of work a lot of times, and so he's still coming up into the points. He's not at the he's not winning the points race right now, but he's on his way up there. That's for sure.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So, as long as work and everything starts cooperating, then he'll start attending more races, and he'll start actually getting up there on the top of the leaderboard. But yeah, 4 in a row. That's an amazing feat right there, especially with the competition out here, and with this guy over here, knocking on the door all the time.
Oh, by knocking on the door, we're still 30 seconds back. We got some ground to make up still.
I do want to give a shout out to a lot of the league members here also race in other leagues, and we have a race that we usually takes place on Tuesday nights that we've been going to, and it's a league called Rubbins Racing Online, and here you'll see the finishing of that race. We had gone to Homestead Speedway. Have you had an opportunity to race at Homestead, Stephen?
No racing. Put in some practice, and just wasn't able to make it out on Tuesday night. But she's a tough track in these cars.
Absolutely. I couldn't believe how slick that track was. And it's a pretty good sized track. It's just it was hard to keep the wheels under it, around that track.
Yeah.
But we did 75 laps, and a real superstar in the action racing series is Stephen Gibson, and he ended up in second place. Wild Thing Bob Williams ended up in third place, so that makes a pretty good podium and a pretty good showing for the action racing series out there.
You bet.
I came in fifth. Aaron Sayre, another superstar with the action racing series, he came in fourth. Robert Goddard Awesome driver for sure. Came in 6th, and if you'll look at Jared Reed down there in 9th position, you won't see that guy down there very often.
No, he only shows up down there when it shows his lap count there of being disconnected. That's it's the easiest way past that guy.
That's right. He won't be down there. Usually he's at the top of the leaderboard, but he has to have some kind of issues to end up in 9th place anywhere. And yeah, I want to give a shout out to Rubbin Racing Online League, because they really make it a nice place to hang out and have fun. The competition is great, and yeah, the racing is just phenomenal. Every Tuesday night we come out there, and it's usually about 7 o'clock Eastern whenever the track opens. So by the time the race is over, you still have time to do other things, But yeah, we missed you out there, Stephen.
Yeah, we'll try and sneak out there one Tuesday yet, but yeah, no, it looks like you had a lot of fun. I actually snuck in. I watched a few laps from watching you, and when I rolled through, and yeah, it looked like you guys had a handful, but had a good time.
Awesome. Well, I really don't have anything else. I think it's about time to go get this watch party kicked off. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. We got a fun one ahead. Lots of room on this track because it's so long. And wait, no, that's wrong. It's yeah, we were all super geared up for a short track this week, I think.
That's right. It was 140 laps at Martinsville Speedway, and yeah, that was a fun one. It was a fun one, and Steven out there showing us how it's done. That's for sure. What I'll do is I will pull the truck around and get us down to the track, and we will see everybody down there. Are you ready to make it down there to the track, Stephen?
Yeah, I think you could probably drag me down there tonight.
Okay, let's do it. I think they've got some practicing still going on here. Can you hear okay over the roar of the engines?
Trying to keep one ear plugged and yeah, have a good chat about it here.
Nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and advance this on to the race, and we can begin our commentary. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good. Pretty good turnout again. Can't remember. Would we have 9 cars hit the grid?
Yeah, 9 cars.
For me, I'm not a big oval guy, so 9 was more than enough for Martinsville for me. That meant we'd all get a little bit of room to breathe, maybe for a couple minutes of the race, but it was a good showing. Great crowd, great and a great lineup.
Yeah, some superstars. You'll take a look at the names up there on the pole. You got Jared Reed, Levi Canup on the outside pole. You got Stephen Gibson in 3rd, Stephen Pritchard in 4th, in that 67. Got myself in 5th, in the 87 Wild Thing, Bob Williams in 6th, and Robert Goddard in 7th, Aaron Linsky in 8th, and 9th is Scott Erickson. That's how we got it all lined up here. And it's a small track, so you have all kinds of pack racing that's going to happen here because you're always in traffic. Is that the way you found the track, Steven?
Yeah, it's you get the odd little group of guys that would either take off or fall back or whatever, but inevitably there was always at least 1 or 2 trucks that weren't giving you a ton of space.
Yeah, Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and pull us off the track here and let everybody see the race as it happens. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We should have some pretty good camera angles of this track. It's not that big, so not a whole lot of people are going to get away from us, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think we're just going to end up breaking the cameras trying to keep up with Most Exciting, because, yeah, there's action all over the place tonight.
There goes that pace car.
Yes, we got Jared Reed in the 2 inside, 33 on the outside, the front lines, Aaron Linsky.
Yep.
Who's 50? Scott Erickson on the inside on row 2, outside Levi Canup in the 7.
Yeah, that's
Stephen Gibson there on the inside. A little bit of contact there, but it looks like we're all going to keep going.
Yeah, it looked like the number 7 got started a little bit faster than the 53 did. And they ended up getting together.
Man, it seems so much more calm when you're sitting back here, when you're sitting inside the truck and all you see is tailgates in front of you. It's a lot of details you don't get to see.
Oh, yeah. A lot of times whenever we're racing in these races, all you can see is out your front windshield. You don't see all this other stuff going on. There's Mr. Softy trying to push up on Stephen Gibson.
I think we saw a bumper going sideways there.
Oh,
just
was there?
in behind you, yeah. I think that was number 68 in behind you, went sideways.
Let's go take a look real quick.
Oh, yeah. Set of 4, yeah.
There he is. And we will take that to TV1. Boom. Looks like he just broke loose.
Yeah, it's coming out of 2 and coming out of 4 that the back end of these things gets real loose real quick. And, yeah, early on here, tires are still not quite up to temp. And
doesn't look like much damage.
Contact. No, just a touch, but
it's definitely gonna be messing with his mind.
Yeah. Looks like we're all slowed up. It's
yellow flag.
First caution of the night, you bet. One of those things, we were having the conversations numerous times in practice and such that it can go either way. We kind of either had 140 laps of green flag, let her rip, and we also could have had about 120 laps under caution, so we'll see how the rest of the race here goes. But yeah. See if anyone dips in for tires after 4 laps. I don't think there's been a whole lot of wear yet. I think I hit Bob there too.
Yeah, everybody's sort of jumping in, trying to get all lined up here. This is the number 33 of Aaron Linsky we're riding with here. He's got Jared on his right in front of him. I tell you what, that Jared Reed, he's another phenom.
Like I said about the Rubbins Racing, it's really easy to pass him when he's disconnected. Otherwise, you get your hands full.
Yeah, there's very few instances where he's behind me. That's for sure. Speaking of me, let's go and take a look in that 87, Mr. Softy. I got Stephen Gibson in front of me. How about that 67? Where's he at?
Oh, he's got you in his sights.
Yep. It is.
Yeah, it was the thing we were talking about, it being being tight field. It's small track. It doesn't matter where you are. It's first isn't too far in front of you, and last isn't very far behind you at any point either. So it doesn't take a lot to go either way.
Yeah, it's and if you find yourself a lap down, that's not very much distance that you have to catch up. You know.
No, but finding the room to get by is tough. It's that lucky dog can be a lifesaver on this guy.
Yep. Pace car is in. Number 2 takes the lead. It's been out there in the lead. Oh, there's a blinker. That was Aaron Linsky blinking.
Yeah.
Everybody's just trying to get their tires up right now.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see all the assortment of lines too. Some guys diving in for an early apex, some guys holding out. There's Gibson's running kind of a medium-high line there. It's all over the place. It's just wherever your comfort zone is, where you can roll the speed through the corner and get back on it without breaking her free.
Looks like that front pack is taking off up there.
Yeah, they've opened up that between 4th and 5th there a little bit.
Oh, around goes Jared. Everybody gets past him. What a smart driver that is. Yellow flag comes out.
Yeah, it was tough. You break free coming out of 2 or 4, and yeah, it was easy to get your nose into the wall, but if you were able to pull it back and you got into that gas just a little too heavy, it was real easy to get the nose into the upper wall too. So yeah, he did a spectacular job there, keeping it off the line and keeping it out of the wall by the looks of it too.
Extreme professional. He is really good. Now we've got the youngsters, Aaron Linsky and Levi Canup up front. Those guys, they race in real life. They race those legends.
Yes, they do.
And they are quite aggressive out here.
Quick. They wouldn't be up front if they weren't quick too, but yeah, it's I think everyone was actually pretty quick here. It was good. Jared's ripping in to maybe get some fresh rubber.
Yeah, here at the Action Racing Series, these races have 4 changes of tires. So you should have enough tires to get you through a race. You don't have to really worry about tire management. Unless, of course, there's several cautions.
We were actually set up in this one that if you weren't too aggressive on the rubber, I think they fueled us up at the grid with 143 laps of fuel. So you could have technically made this one with no stops. And yeah, baby the rubber, you could have snuck through 140 on the set of tires too, but yeah, we'll see how it goes with cautions and how many sets of those tires we go through.
Looks like Jared was the only one who elected to go in, which makes sense since he did the spin.
Yeah.
So he got some angry tires. Some angry tires. There goes the pace car. We're at lap 16 of 140, and we've had 2 cautions so far. Hopefully this is not indicative of the whole night. Oh, look at the 87 going way high there.
I had to try out that new line, see if there's any grip up high, right?
Right. That had to be it. That was planned.
Yeah, it's an exploratory mission.
Man, look at Stephen Gibson. Just a masterful job.
Yeah, he's bringing down that gap to Erickson in third, and Bob Wild Thing right on his back bumper.
I tell you what, that Bob Wild Thing Williams is no slouch out there either.
No, when someone asks you to pick who is a slouch out of the group, it takes you a long time because honestly, everyone's got some pretty good skills. It shows. We're all out there to race, and it's no one's an easy flyby. Steven pushing on an outside line.
Yeah, it looks like Steven wants to take Scott Erickson on the outside there. That would be a job right there, trying to take somebody on the outside of this track.
Yep. Yeah, finding space to pass was definitely the thing. A lot of it was try and stick to the bumper in front of you and hope the guy in front of you makes a mistake and capitalize on it when they do.
Jared's trying to make up some time. He's going underneath the 87, me. On his way, back up there, marching towards the front.
Yeah, and I think everyone just kind of saw that number 2 coming up bigger and bigger in the mirror and was like, I can't hold him off for 120 laps. Let's see what he can do.
That's it.
That tight little bunch of 5 cars right there, that's crazy.
Man, that's Scott Erickson. He's holding strong right there in his little position. He's in third right now. But he's got a lot of people coming up behind him.
Look like Bob's stepping out a little bit, just letting Jared take that space up. He was coming on strong, if memory serves.
Yep. Jared is definitely on the move. He's gained another position there after his spin. But he's also got fresher tires than everybody else as well.
Yeah, he's got whatever it was, 14 or 15 laps less wear, so it was a good move. Get in there and get freshies, because like I said, you didn't know if you were going to get another opportunity.
That's right.
It looks at this point too that Aaron Linsky and Levi there have made quite a little gap. They're 3/4 of a straightaway out in front already and trying to give themselves some space.
Yep. They are trying to check out. But unfortunately, checking out means that you're going to be using those tires up.
Yeah, it's putting a little bit more stress, diving in a little deeper and coming out a little harder. So it's both fronts and backs were taking a beating, or definitely could take a beating on this guy.
There you go.
Jared one more, up into 4th again.
Yep. Stephen Gibson just steps out and lets him take that spot. There's no use fighting it right now. 30 of 140.
Yeah, 110 left doesn't normally mean bloody the knuckles quite yet. What a different type of track, though, is, we've run some of the super speedways. We've run a couple of in and around, the 1.5-mile tracks. Bristol, short track again, but high banks. Lets you carry a lot more speed. There's a lot of steering input, but not nearly as much throttle and brake input. Come here, you got not a lot of bank in the corners, and yeah, it definitely took a lot of concentration to keep her planted on this guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Jared has just taken the spot from Scott Erickson, and he is marching his way. Yeah, he's marching his way up there to take that second place. If you take a look at the track map up there on the right hand side, you see nobody has, I mean, the racing is it's still in anybody's call who's going to win this race. But it is still very early.
Yeah, there's a lot of thinking still going on at this point. Oh, well, it looks like we got Bob Wild Thing a little loose coming out of 4. Maybe was that?
That was coming out of 4. It was.
Yeah. Looks like he is kind of similar to Jared. He got sideways, but he looked like he was able to keep it out of the wall and keep on rolling. Doesn't look like we're going to get a yellow on that either, so that's good.
Yeah. He's got some skills.
Yeah, keeping it out of the wall, doing that wasn't the easiest. I think we all, whether it was in practice or here in the race, we all had our experiences looking straight at the Geico sign on the inside wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Aaron Linsky's really kind of checking himself out. Levi's sticking not too far off his back end there, but Jared's dialing him back in again, isn't he?
He is dialing him back in. If you take a look, let me see if I can get her. There we go. The field is back there, but they are far back there. Looks like Levi is starting to fall back, so he can't keep that. He can't keep that pace. But Jared is coming quick.
Yes, he is. A nice little group with Scott Erickson, Stephen Gibson, and yourself there in the Mr. Softy truck, grouped up in a nice little pack of 3.
Just trying to do a little drafting on a short track.
And it actually played in a lot more than I thought it was going to. I've never actually pulled in a race here, and if you got second and a half, 2 seconds back, it really did seem to make a big difference. That the draft really did help coming down those straightaways. And maybe it's just a target in front of you that you can see, but yeah, it really did seem if you fell back out of that vacuum, you had to struggle a little bit more to catch back up.
I'd like to thank everybody who's watching live. It's always great to have an audience out here. This is the reason why we do this. If you have any comments, by all means, throw them in there in the chat. We can see it happen, and we'll gladly entertain anything that you got out there. But yeah, like and subscribe, of course. It's always a thing that you have to do on YouTube. And anytime we have these little broadcasts, especially the special events, you get notified. Looks like Mr. Softy's trying to catch that 53 is Stephen Gibson, but that guy knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah, looks like it's a fight for track space pretty much anywhere of just trying to collect up a few feet a little closer to the guy in front of you and trying to gap the guy behind you by just a bit. But yeah, it was a lot of work. It's a lot of left-hand turns on a short track like this.
The cameraman seems to think that that's the most exciting pack. They seem to be trained on them. Let's go take a look at the leaders up here. See what's going on up there.
Oh, looks like we're tightening back up quite a bit. We got Levi closing up on Aaron Linsky again, and yeah, Jared's continuing to put the pressure on and bring that third back into a group of 3 up front.
Yeah, you talk about a master. Jared's definitely got this thing figured out. Another guy that doesn't get a whole lot of attention is that Scott Erickson. He quietly moves his way to the front, and he's always up there. Somebody that you're going to end up having to race with if you start working your way to the front.
Yeah, he's definitely no slouch. He's, like I said before, no one's an easy pass, period. But he's always got his name somewhere up there on the leaderboard. That's for sure.
Yeah, and a phenomenal road racer as well.
Yes, he is.
Well, I don't know, that 3 up front, they're in sight still.
Oh, looks like is that Robert Goddard again, number 68, coming out of that T4 again. It's
Did
she's
he get
greasy.
Did he get
Yeah,
a round
cloud
again?
of smoke. I think he might have just kind of lost the back end. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but he gathered it up, huh?
Yeah, he did again. It's
Oh, he bounced off the wall.
yeah.
That might not be good.
Thankfully, the aero package didn't do quite as much here as it would on a super speedway.
Oh, right.
It's a little crinkle in the front bumper. You're definitely not done for the night, but
No, it doesn't look like
looks
it
like
did
he
too
turned
much.
out all right.
Yeah, it didn't do too much at all. And no caution on that one either.
Yeah, group of 3 is pretty tight now.
But you know, at this point, these tires are just dying to be changed.
Yeah, it was a little harder to keep her down in the slot in the bottom in between the corners, but yep, everyone was maybe a little bit more chatter coming in for sure. Would like to see a yellow sometime soon.
Yeah, Robert Goddard says that guy is a professional. What a save. Yeah, he is. That's right.
There's not a lot of room to breathe for the guys up front now. Can't get too much tighter.
Huh. Boom! Whoa!
You know you're close. You know you're close when the truck starts to disappear on the back bumper camera. Oh, got a nose inside. Not quite enough.
That's right. That's the race right there.
It's hard to get that run coming out of 2 or 4.
Oh, there's a yellow flag. We got a yellow.
Oh, there's a puff of smoke. Where did it come from?
Let's take a look. Is if I remember right. Yep, it is. Scott Erickson got loose in the corner here, and it spun out on him.
Looked like he was, maybe just getting a little too early into it. Light tap on that inside wall, but
He should be fine.
keeps it out of the racing line. Lots of space to spin her around and get back on the go again.
And we're under yellow for the third time. Is this the third one or fourth one? I don't know.
I
Third
think
one,
just
I think.
third at this point, yeah.
Oh,
And Robert Goddard a lap down, staying out.
yep. He's going to get the lucky dog in. This is where I get my leader point.
I was going to say, I think someone's out there to snag a point for the year.
That's it. I just led a lap there.
And we have Scott Erickson staying out behind you, too. I think everybody else dipped in for some fresh rubber at this point.
Yep, and I
Getting
was
off
just hoping that they didn't close the pits before I got around there. 63 of 140.
So it looks like we've got Aaron Linsky out front. I guess the leaderboard will reset when we come around to the line. Jared Reed in the 2-car in second, maybe? And then who's that in behind him? Is that 50 or is that 7?
That's the number 7. Oh, Levi.
Yeah, it's Levi. Yeah. And then maybe Bob Williams. And then Stephen Gibson back in 5th.
Robert Goddard in 4th with that lucky dog.
I think he's sneaking back to the back of the line. I think he got the
He
got the lucky dog. You get to sit at the end of the line now, but back on the lead lap.
Gotta fall back.
Yeah, so Aaron Linsky in 1st, Jared Reed in 2nd, and Levi Canup in 3rd. Stephen Gibson in 4th. Looks like possibly no. Oh yeah, it's just hasn't reset until we cross the line here.
Gotta hit it here, and then it'll start going back.
Yeah. 67. That's me in 5th. We got Bob Wild Thing on the outside, right beside me there in 6th. I think that's you right behind me, Tom, and the Mr. Softy 87.
Going 2 by 2. The pace car's about to drop off.
Yeah, looks like we got the green lights again.
Let's take a look.
Closing in on the halfway point, so things start to get a little warmed up. Maybe.
That's right. 66 of 140. It's about time to start racing. Aaron takes off to the quick. Look at the contact between Jared and Levi.
Oh, we had another blinky blink coming through 3 and 4.
Everybody's a little anxious to get out there.
You gotta get our rhythm back. That was important on this one, is finding that rhythm.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I keep hearing people scrubbing the wall back there. That doesn't hurt you too bad on this track. Looks
That's
like
just trying to nudge that concrete wall out a couple more inches and give us a little bit more space coming out of the corners, I think.
that's right. Wild Thing challenging me in the 87.
Yeah, you must have snuck by him there on early in that run off the green flag, because I think you were maybe started right beside him. I can't remember.
Gonna have to try to reel in that 67 up there. Robert Goddard says that some would say that the wall makes you faster. I'm not sure if that's the fastest way around the track.
Ross Chastain would probably argue you on that one, though.
You're absolutely right.
I don't know how many laps you can kiss the wall like that before. Oh, there we've got, looked like Aaron Linsky sideways up in between 1 and 2 there.
Oh, did he go around?
Yeah, he was sideways
Let's go
up in the
take a
wall.
look at that. Did he get any help? Nope, it looks like it was
yeah.
just overdrove it.
Jared trying to take that inside line, and yeah, right on that crest of that, just off the groove.
And he took it. What a smart move.
Got
He
loose.
stayed up there. He stayed up there and let the traffic get around him. Did not bring out a caution.
Nope, you'll live to fight another day when you can keep her off the wall.
Oh, it did bring out a caution. Caution is out. I tell you what, these short tracks sure do bring the tempers out in people.
Yeah, it sure can. That be in a fight the whole time, right? It's like we'd said before. There's never a lot of space in between the vehicles, regardless of under caution or under green. It's a tight field, regardless, and yeah, different driving styles, different driving techniques. It yeah, can get a little warm, I think.
66 laps to go.
We had Aaron Linsky and Robert Goddard both went in and got some rubber coming back out here. Like you had said earlier, Tom, too, we had 4 sets here, so you know, those 10-15 laps of use, it could make sense if we go green for the rest of the race.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Especially on a spin, you get a little overheated. It's better to change them up, but
And yeah, there was no fuel was never an issue here.
no. Oh, look at this powerhouse second row here. Look out, the Stevens are beside each other.
Yeah, that's right.
Both spelt the right way and everything. It's great.
Too wide. The pace car is about to drop off. You got that 87 right behind you, and you got the wild thing right behind him. So this is going to be an interesting start. Whoosh! Look at the jump that Jared got.
Yeah, well, I think we've all seen that quite often. He's got an uncanny ability to just find an extra 5 mile an hour right off that Geico restart zone. He's quick to the punch and usually leaves everybody a pretty decent gap. He's quick.
Bob let me get underneath him there. Scott Erickson's going to try to follow. Who's coming out of the pits?
Aaron Linsky. After I think he took a little bit of damage when he spun out, so I think he was maybe getting a touch up.
Oh,
the yellow flag there. He
right.
had dipped into the pits.
I think he had a black flag. That's right.
Oh, you're correct. Yep.
Yeah, I think he had a black flag. He had to go serve a 1 second penalty, stop and go. Ooh, there's a little contact. Oh, look at them fighting each other in the rear. Oh my gosh. Oh, who's spinning around?
We got
Somebody lost.
Erickson was maybe sideways. It's the number 50 coming up here.
Oh yeah, there he is. Him and
yeah, breaks free coming out, and
him and
keeps
Linsky
it off the wall.
I think him and Linsky got together. Here. Oh, maybe not. Nope, nobody.
Oh, actually, yeah, go back up. I think right there in the top corner.
Oh, I thought it was on
change it to Linsky or Goddard for the camera.
Oh, that's Goddard. Okay.
They tap there. But at the same moment, we've got Erickson spinning coming out of 4-2 again.
Up the wall. Gotcha. And then Scott just spun out.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Again, keeps it off the wall, stays safe, and
gets it rolling again.
Rolling, yeah. Incredible.
But it did bring out the caution.
Yeah.
So we got another breather in here. And you appreciate those breathers whenever you're on these short tracks.
Yeah, my knuckles were getting a little sore. I think I need to put some foam on my steering wheel to. Whew, yeah, it gets rowdy. It looked like we have Gibson dipping in for some fresh rubber here, hoping probably that this maybe be the last yellow, and he can just be on 20 lap fresher tires than everybody else. Yeah, lucky dog, Aaron Linsky getting his pass by.
He's going to be back on the lead lap after that one.
Yeah, what are we up to? Caution 6?
I'm not sure.
Somewhere in there, maybe 5, but this will put everybody back on the lead lap, I think.
What an amazing group of racers.
Yeah, at any moment, any single person can be putting a challenge on for almost any position. Some of the guys are able to challenge for a position maybe a little bit longer than some of us, but yeah, there's a little bit of fight in everybody.
If there's anybody out there that's watching and they would like to be a part of the Action Racing Series, then of course you can go to iRacing and search for leagues, Action Racing Series, and we'd be happy to wave you through. Give you a link to the Discord server, all the rules, everything's in there, what the series is all about. But yeah, it's a good time. Getting lined up 2x2 again. It's about time to go green flag racing.
I was gonna say we should be looking for some green lights in one of the corners pretty soon here. Jared Reed and Levi Canup up on that front line still. They're keeping this fight going. You got your two hosts here this evening on your second row. Got me on the inside. You got Tom on the outside and the Mr. Softy. And then with Bob Wild Thing Williams in the 57 on the inside of row 3 with Robert Goddard. And then looks like we've got Scott Erickson and Steven Gibson. And Aaron Linsky.
Oh, and there's already a crash. What happened there? That was on the very beginning?
Yeah, before we even made her back to the start-finish line. Looks like Aaron Linsky got a bit of a jump on it, and Scott Erickson maybe. Coming up to the green light, and
I didn't even know that happened.
back running, and away we go. Like the pit car is maybe gonna pace car is gonna just stay where he is. Looks like we still got green lights on the track.
And there's another spin on the track. So Aaron got into Scott on the green before it even got to the start-finish line. And then we have another issue up here in the front. Oh, they're racing for position here.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Levi's going a little bit sideways.
Levi lost that battle.
Yeah.
Levi lost that battle. Definitely Jared gave him a little help there.
Yeah, it looked like there was maybe some contact. I don't know how much contact there was, but it looked like there was maybe some contact there.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much to get you around on this track.
No, I think we were all very capable of doing it ourselves. Help not necessary.
Robert Goddard dropping to the inside. Let us go round him on the outside here.
Look, this might be my first experience being up in the seeing Jared's bumper in front of me, and that's the only one. It was It's intimidating up there, seeing that truck just kind of pull away from you.
What a great job. Jared in first, Stephen Pritchard in second. Levi Canup, he gathered it all together, and he's still hanging out in third place there.
Yes, he is.
Let's see what's going on inside the cockpit in that number 7. That guy only knows one way, and that's on the floor. Looks like Steven's spraying for some mosquitoes up there.
Yeah, not a big fan of the mosquitoes there. I think they were sneaking through my window netting, and yeah, I just had to take care of that a little bit there.
Saw a little wisp of tire smoke. Oh, there's a car around. Who is that?
I must have blacked out for that because I don't remember that in the race.
I don't either. Who is that?
Looks like the 50. Scott Erickson, maybe?
Is it the 50? Yep, it is. It is. That cannot make him very happy. Well, it looks like he got some damage off that one. Nope.
No, it looks like he just got loose going into 3.
Whoa,
a little oversteer.
And around.
Yeah,
oh my goodness. That cannot make him happy. Oh, he retires it right on the spot.
Yeah, I think he called for the tow truck on that one. He's in an awkward space. Yeah, that's a tough one. We'd all made it by. Everything was good, but looks like you dipped in there maybe for some fresh rubber.
That's it. 42 to go. I'm thinking that this is the last caution. Last chance I'm going to get for tires.
It obviously didn't work, but I was trying to get Levi to go into the pits.
Yep, it didn't quite work.
And green light's out again. We should be getting a pit car dumping off here.
Well, we're still single wide here. He's still got his lights on his car. So, yeah, it's not going to be much longer, that's for sure.
No, we should be right away here.
Yeah, up here we go. We're starting to get it 2x2.
Yeah, it was fun being up in the front row until you all of a sudden realize, oh man, I'm on the outside.
That's right. And you can get stranded out there. That happened to me. I was lined up on the outside, and then everybody's going on my inside. They were gone. I couldn't get down there.
Yeah, you're out of that groove, and if everyone keeps it pretty tight on that inside line, you're a sitting duck out there.
Is that 33 hanging back there? Where's he at? Nope, he's right there. Right there behind me. Oh, is that Robert? Or is that Scott? Who's?
Well, I think that's Scott Erickson. Maybe back out on the track that's just holding back a couple extra car lengths. Field tightens back up and we're ready to go. I think at this point Scott was just kind of thinking I think he was down a couple laps at this point, so just kind of...
Yeah, that move right there really did rile some tempers right there.
Yeah,
there was some
little bit of a jump on the green go.
There was some virtual fisticuffs after the race in the Discord server. Everybody was expressing their displeasure with the type of racing that happened, especially on that last restart there. But that's what short track racing brings out. Brings those tempers out.
It does, especially we get 35 to go. It's not a 140 lap race anymore, is it? If you're not making up a spot or two now, you're definitely putting it at risk that you're not going to get an opportunity to. So that doesn't necessarily excuse a jump off the line, but yeah, it definitely.
And it really seemed.
Yeah.
I probably need to take a better look at that. But if he had passed me on the inside like that before the start-finish line, it should have been a black flag.
It should have been, yeah.
But he was definitely had too much speed going, and he ended up getting into the 68 of Robert Goddard. Right now, their cameraman is trained on this pack right here, so this must be the most exciting race on the track right now.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to pick which truck is the quote-unquote most exciting if everything's getting a little rowdy.
For sure. Yeah. Mr. Softy's trying to catch up to the 53 up there. Of Steven Gibson. Looks like Steven's gonna catch up to Wild Thing.
Yeah, that gap's tightening down a little bit. It's yeah, like I said, now we're 29 to go. It's time to start thinking about making a move. I don't know what kind of line the 67 was taking there. That was interesting.
It's a signature line.
Yeah, shorten up that short track. That makes sense.
There you go. 53 tried to make a look on the inside. There he goes. Bob.
Oh, yeah, there
Bob
looks
finally
like
is going to concede, I think. That slowed him down just enough to allow me to get underneath him.
Yeah, it looks like you're got a bumper in there and make some room.
Just took advantage of the situation, the line that Steven had forced him up into. So about this time of the race, how's those knuckles doing on your steering wheel, Steven?
Oh, they're sore. Oh, they're sore. You talk about white knuckle driving. That's yeah, it's the heart rate's good up there a little bit. You're thinking, oh man, I got a chance to actually finish a race in Martinsville. This is pretty exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Now remember, I got new tires. Everybody else stayed out on the track, so I've got a little better tires than everybody else.
Yeah, I think Stephen Gibson came in within I think he was the yellow flag just before you, so you're running better rubber than he is, and quite a bit better rubber than most everybody else.
And I'm still struggling to keep up. Bob's trying to make a charge back now that he's got his line back.
I just remember seeing that SpaceX truck in my rearview mirror, and he kept getting a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's when you're gripping onto the wheel to just keeping the track, and you see the guy behind you breathing down your neck. It's yeah, it's a handful.
Yeah, I'm trying to give him a little pressure. 20 to go. Right now we have Jared Reed out front, Levi Canup in second, Stephen Pritchard in third, Stephen Gibson in fourth, myself, Tom Jackson in fifth, Bob Wild Thing Williams in sixth, Robert Goddard in seventh. It's great. We'll come back. Oh, Stephen Gibson.
Stayed a little bit high going around the corner there and left some room for Gibson to sneak in on the inside.
And Gib is there. He's there, but you're not going to give it up that easy. To me.
It looks like you were trying. Yeah, no. Oh, look at the old switcheroo trying. No,
yeah.
You can't pass me that easy, Tom.
That's right. I tried to follow Gib through. That's the way I took Wild Thing's place.
See, I think your mistake there was you didn't throw an ice cream sandwich through the window netting.
That could be it. I might have to start doing that. Now we're racing side by side for lap after lap.
Wouldn't have fought you so hard if you would have tossed me a sandwich.
we got a race.
Side. Look at that.
Lap after lap. But at the same time as we're racing, I'm seeing that 57 getting closer and closer to me.
Yep.
There's no slowing that guy down.
No, he's get that truck planted and he finds his rhythm. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, definitely. Stephen Gibson here putting her hammer down. He's inching away a little bit more.
12
Say
to
he'll
go.
appreciate too if I say it. He's not inching away. He's centimetering away. But
that's right.
Yeah, look at him. He knows Levi and Jared are up front there, and he's only got 12 laps to try and reel him in. So
there should be some racing going on up there for sure. Ooh, Jared has checked out.
yeah, things you don't get to see when you're in the truck. I didn't realize he had
Developed such a lead.
yeah, stepped away quite so much.
It's 4 seconds. He's got 4 seconds on second place car. 10 to go. There's your rear bumper, Steven. Now it's back to
Yeah.
Steven Gibson's rear bumper.
I knew you weren't. And yeah, Aaron Linsky, he knew he was down a couple laps, so it was great to see him trying to get up off the line and let the race end the way it was going to end. And
Right. Oh yeah. He had conceded that racing line for sure.
yep.
Look at the gap between you and me.
Yeah. Stepped up off the line again there. It was great. At this
7 to
point,
go.
you're just trying to hold on for those last few laps and, yeah, get her across the line.
Well, it doesn't look like Jared is lapping the field like he normally does.
Yeah, when Jared's leads measured in seconds, not in laps. Yeah, I think we all put in a pretty good fight.
That's right. Five to go.
Yeah, at this point, the rubber was trying to kind of say, I don't want to do this anymore. And after Aaron Linsky there in the 33 had let me by, he realized he was quicker than me. I was really wanting the checkered flag at this point.
There's the leader, Jared Reed. Two to go.
Yeah, looks like, yeah, he's definitely checked out. Levi's still holding on to second there. Stephen Gibson looks like he's closing that gap up, though. White flag.
Jared takes that white flag. And he calls. Check flag.
There it is.
Takes it. Jared Reed, Levi Canup, Stephen Gibson. That will make the podium. What an awesome showing that was.
Yeah, that was a great race, start to finish. Jared pulling around the line again there. I think he did one final evening, kind of take care of some mosquitoes there for everybody. It was a good little burnout at the end too. So.
Where are we doing? Let's go. Newsroom. What am I doing here? Get up there.
I said to make sure we showed off. He was smoking out the whole front straight there, so
Yeah,
that was good. What a race though. It was it was action right from the beginning right till the end. It was intense. It carried on to some good conversation in on the server afterwards too, and
I wanted to see the burnouts on the screen behind us. That's what I wanted to do. Let me get that standing up there, and then we will hit the We'll put the standings up there. And there's our leader doing this celebration burnouts. I tell you what, he's got a lot of practice at it. And
yes, he does.
He really needs to show that talent off right there. Oh my gosh. But yeah, what an amazing race.
Yeah, it was. It was great. Like I said, right from the beginning to the end, it was no lack of excitement.
Well, that does it, man. Jared has won another one. Levi Canup in second, and Stephen Gibson in third. And then, of course, you have our co-host over here, Stephen Pritchard in fourth, myself in fifth, Bob the Wild Thing in sixth, Robert Goddard in seventh. And then, of course, you got eighth is Aaron Linsky and Scott Erickson in ninth. And another great night of racing for sure.
Yeah, it was. It really was. That's great when you can get together with a good group of drivers and a good group of people and turn some laps. And yeah, I always like to do it. Thursday nights are always fun. Practice nights are always good fun too, whether it be on the road or the ovals.
Absolutely, yeah, and yeah, it this race was a short track race, and it did not have it. The drama did not stop on the track. Like I said, the Discord server, it was virtual fisticuffs going off inside there. People are expressing their displeasure with some of the racing that was going on there. It's kind of hard to see a lot of the action that created such drama at the end. I know that one restart was troublesome for everybody that was out there, and that was addressed out there. Hopefully, we got it all resolved, and people are sure, people are sure to get their viewpoints expressed, and hopefully we got it all resolved, and we come out to the track and we can do this again on Thursday night, because it sure is a great bunch of guys that we have out here.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
I have nothing else. Steven, do you have anything?
No, I think I need a nap. It's almost as exhausting watching that as it was driving in it.
That's for sure. Well, I really appreciate you being out here and sitting in Bob's seat. It's kind of hard to do, but you did a great job tonight. I appreciate that, Steven. Hopefully this isn't your last time in doing it.
No, pleasure helping out when I can. It's like I've said too. It's a great leg to be a part of. You guys have always been very welcoming, and it's all sorts of skill levels, and yeah, if we can help out as drivers to make this go off as a hitch or without a hitch, sorry, it's whatever we can do to help out, Tom.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. And yeah, running a league, the league is the members of the league is actually the people who drive the league. So everybody has their part, and sometimes it's not easy to just swallow your pride and keep moving. People, we all come from different backgrounds and things, and so just have to remember that sometimes, sometimes the messages that you send aren't exactly received the way you intend them, and you have to be able to step back, take a breath, and look at the people that you're with. And I mean, it's a great bunch of people out here anyway. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yep. 100% it is.
Well, if there's nothing else, I guess I'll just time for me to turn off the lights, shut the door, make sure it's locked, and then we'll meet everybody back here on next Friday. 6 o'clock Eastern. Thanks again, Stephen. And I can't
You're
wait to see
welcome.
you out there on the track on Monday for that road race at Canadian Tire. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, it's a handful too. And then what are we on Thursday night next week? What are we?
Thursday night next week is going to be Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah.
There you go. Something to look forward to,
We're
or
off
be
the
afraid
short,
of. One of the two.
Yeah, we're off the short track. We're off the short track, and so we'll be at Kansas on next Thursday. All right.
Perfect.
We'll see you guys. Thanks again for everything, and most of you guys out there in YouTube land, we'll see you on the track. Have a good one.
See ya.
When sunlight hides and shadows fade, I think about your warm